Good morning, everybody. It is Dr. Patmos again, April 21st, and I've got another one. I'm kind of on a little bit of a tear this morning. I am sick and tired of Donald Trump's negotiating style and this idea that he has created that he knows how to negotiate. That, the art of the deal. First of all, he didn't write that book. That was written by a ghostwriter. Secondly, that is just not how you negotiate. So, and for the people out there who are under Trump's spell, I think he's some sort of a great negotiator. Let me tell you something. You are absolutely wrong. He knows nothing about negotiation. Look in the text below, and you'll see all kinds of stuff, including a very funny segment from Jon Stewart about Trump's ridiculous negotiating abilities. So, by the way, why am I qualified to speak about negotiation? Well, I happen to have graduated from the University of Southern California, Marshall School of Business with a degree in management. For those who don't know, the University of Southern California Marshall School of Business is one of the top 20 business schools in the United States. And one of its particular strengths is negotiating as well as leadership. But negotiation strategies, negotiation tactics, how to negotiate effectively was very much a part of the curriculum. And I have read extensively about different negotiating styles and the great negotiators around the world and how they approach it. And so there are different theories about this, but Trump negotiates in an old and ineffective way. His negotiating style is a tough guy negotiating stance, a mafia type negotiating stance. I'm going to kill you if you don't do this kind of thing. The goal of Trump's negotiating is win lose. I win, you lose. That's a good negotiation. He thinks that the way to get to the negotiating table is to threaten devastation and threat. We'll bury you. We'll destroy your business. We'll destroy your country. We'll destroy your hotel. We'll destroy your real estate. We'll just blow it all up unless you come to the table and you accept the deal that I'm going to give you. That's old school tough guy negotiating, and it doesn't work. And the reason why it doesn't work is because even if you are successful using that approach, the other side knows that they got screwed and they're going to hate you forever. And they're just going to sit around and bide their time and figure out how they can get back at you. They're going to trash you. They're going to demean you. They're never going to make another deal with you, and they're going to spend the rest of their life trying to get even with you. It doesn't lead to the tough guy mafia boss, Tony Soprano negotiating style that Trump employs is a street thug, low level negotiating style used by low level real estate people in Queens. It is not a respected, it's not how real experts in the business world or internationally negotiate. That's not how people negotiate. Some people think that that's the way you do it, but that's ineffective. What is an effective negotiating style? Well, there's lots of theories about this and a lot written about it. But one book I like is called Getting to Yes, how you can actually negotiate a solution, an agreement that actually holds up. And so here's a couple of the basic principles. By the way, they're all summarized down below. Here's a couple of the basic principles. The first thing you have to have when you go into negotiation is you have to have both parties kind of accept the principles. And the first principle of negotiation, you have to understand the other side's situation. You got to understand what the other side wants, what they need, what they must have. What do they really need? They might be asking for something, but what's behind the ask? What is it that they are really needing? You have to understand that, and they have to understand your basic needs and what you're really needing. And then you have to agree, we're going to find a way to meet each other's needs. That's the first step. The second step is you don't put all your cards on the table, but you have to have a reasonable opening position, and then you have to be willing to negotiate back from that, and you have to find a way to help the other party meet their needs while they find a way to help you meet your needs. You look for some kind of win-win solution where everybody gains something. That also means that everybody has to give up something. So in a good negotiation, everybody gains something and everybody gives up something. And then you walk away from the negotiation with your needs being met. And you say, well, I didn't get everything I wanted, but I got what I had to have, most of what I had to have. And the other side got what they had to have. And nobody screwed the other one. It wasn't a win-lose situation. It was a win-win situation. Everybody got something out of the deal. And that way you walk away from that negotiation feeling good. No matter what side you're on, you walk away feeling good about it. And that leads to long-term improved relationships, which leads to further negotiation, further agreements, and further enduring cooperation. That's how you get to an enduring cooperation in any negotiation. Tough guy negotiating, I'm going to kill you if you don't do this. That's that's like, go watch The Sopranos. If you think that's negotiating, you probably think The Sopranos is how you do business, which I think is where Trump got his style from, for as far as I can tell. So the bottom line with negotiation is that you have to negotiate from a standpoint of understanding others' needs, be willing to walk away. There are certain things that you have to have that if you don't get, you just can't. You just have to walk away. And the other side is in the same situation. But I think if both parties go to a negotiation with the intent, commitment that we're going to find a solution to this, we're going to find a solution that's long term, that is sustainable, that everybody feels they won, then you walk away saying, you know what? It was a good negotiation. I got what I needed. And both parties feel happy about it. When one party walks away feeling they got screwed, in the long run, that's going to fail because they're going to figure out they got screwed, and then they're going to find a way to retaliate against you. And you end up with a never ending series of bad negotiations, bad agreements that fail. And that's not how it works. So when Trump talks about the art of the deal and people who think that he knows something about negotiation, he knows nothing about negotiation. His negotiating skills are pedestrian, low level street thug negotiating skills. That's not how sophisticated people negotiate. No wonder he doesn't negotiate anything very significant. All of his deals appear to be pretty crappy from what I can see.